Good day. Today I want to show you how to put together a DQ200 mechatronic, and we're gonna change out the TCU because they changed out the clutch and then they weren't careful enough and they broke this sensor, and they tried to glue it together but it doesn't work. It gives an error code and doesn't shift anymore when it's heating up. So I took it apart and it's almost just like Christmas. I got all original VW parts, took it apart, and now let me show you. Here is the new TCU in the box, also original VW, so they can provide the original parts if you know what to order. I know what to order. And this is the only not original parts I can put in. An original pressure accumulator. Here is also original VW part, but for this one I'm gonna put in another one because the older transmission housing are a little bit weak. So what could happen, sometimes the pressure accumulator will break down. Let me turn it around. This is what I left inside. So, and they break and they tear and then it loses all the pressure. So this one is a small edge. The later ones you have a wider and thicker body, and that's why you can put in the original. Put it back here. You can put on an original pressure accumulator, and for this I have a repair kit which I'm very pleased with that they provided. And let me show. This has an RVS holder which comes in place for the original part, and that's where I put it in and they won't break down again. So, but it's for later on because that's on the other side. So I placed all the things here. Now we see here we have a small, very small O-ring, and we have this. So that's the first thing I'm gonna replace. Let me get a small tool. Take it out. Press it, and it's good flat. So, and this is also very important. 2 metal pins. Sometimes they come out, sometimes they don't. I took them out to show you where to place them.
You need to change them every time?
No, but I was just showing that also VW can provide them if somebody loses them. Sometimes they get stuck inside the old TCU, and sometimes they keep in the body. Place them at the right, correct position. I blew out the holes with a little bit of pressure. This one is a little bit stiffer. gonna help it a little bit. You hear when it's in, very gently. So I pressed all the actuators to the inside. Now I'm gonna take out the new TCU. Just like Christmas, huh? And this is the new sensor. Watch out where you hold everything. Yeah. Do not pick it up here at the side or where there are the connections. Here are the connections. This is for the electric pump, which is on the hydraulic pump. Now I'm gonna place it very gently on the mechatronic. And now this is the most hardest part. So you have to gently feel where the connections are. And just press it very gently until all the contacts okay. Again, new screws.
Screw you.
Should be 7. They are. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just put in the screws until it hits the TCU. So it will press on evenly. This is number 7. Let me see. It's perfectly aligned. And I take, of course,
How tight must it be?
very gentle, 5 Newton meters. So So I'm still moving over to the next screw and continue this. It will set very gently and evenly.
So you put it in a special order then?
It's not in a special order. They only say if you remove it, remove this screw as last. If there is pressure left on the accumulator, but the accumulator is not present now, that it will release the pressure, and that's why they say it released this one as the last one. Further on, they have no special order. And yes, there is a repair manual for this, but it's not in a normal repair manual for VW and Audi. The early ones, they had a bad seal here, and here there's a lot of electronics, and this side is comes in contact with the gearbox oil, and when the seal is not good and the gearbox oil comes in contact with the electronics, it gives a short circuit and it will blow the fuses. So, but still, it's good to repair. It's doable. I'm almost every bolt and closed, and now I'm gonna tighten it until 5 Newton meters. So this is still, I placed something below that it won't lay flat on the surface. Be aware that static electricity could damage a TCU. And we hear it clicking, and now again. And that's 7. Perfect. So now the new TCU is installed. And of course, it needs to be rebuilt more. I'm gonna turn it around. All right. This is only a holder for holding the, so I'm gonna put the sensor a little bit to the side. Because if we look here, we have 2 holes, and normally those are used for these. And these are fairly good. These will press the clutches, clutch 1 and clutch 2, and could leak also. So also original parts. And we will replace them. If you open it up and you look in the side, like the cover of a TCU, it will always have a little bit of a grayish residue, like from the hydraulic pump. That does not matter. I see it all the time. Just clean it out. That's why it's so expensive. It's like like the little dolls inside, and you open up and you get more small dolls. This one is what I first opened. This is a special tool. I already have one here. I'll show you. You place it in, and it will clamp on the seal, so when you put it in, you don't damage the seal from the new ones. There's no difference in between these, but there are two different kits. So, and that depends on what housing you have. What kit you need. I'll throw this on the floor. See, it's together. So don't forget to take out these rings, because normally you tear it out and the ring stays in. If you want to exchange the whole housing, it can be done, but then you see here it's a retainer. You have to take the retainers out and pull out the bushings, and then you can take it further apart. If you do not do that, you cannot take these valve bodies out, or these are the valve bodies, and this is the electric pump, and this is the hydraulic pump. And if there is pressure on it, you could release the pressure, but it's a hard procedure. You have to keep the TCU on the car. And
how much pressure is involved with this one?
50 bars.
50?
50, yeah, so
okay.
Be aware. If you want to release the pressure, I'm gonna tell you to leave the TCU on the gearbox. Take out these screws, just gently remove the electric pump, and you see a small plastic connection in between. Yeah, you have to take it out, then replace the electric motor back. Yeah, place the cover back, and then start shifting, and start the engine and shift until all the pressure is gone, and then you can release it safely. So that's not an easy procedure,
but very important to do and to follow.
Mm-hmm. Put a little bit of.
What's that?
This is a special bottle to fill it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy when you can fill it up here.
Okay.
And it's normal steering fluid, 1.1 liters. They increased the volume of oil inside from the early ones. So the early ones will say 1,000, so 1 liter. And now the newer ones, they need 1.1 liter.